All right, guys, so a little coffee clip for you here. There's a ton of really good goals last night. We're going to break some of those down later on. But this is just an interesting one that's got some good details here, or I should say in this case in Boston, lack of details. And this is what you're just going to see with teams that struggle in the win-loss column a lot. Boston being one of those teams who's dropped quite a few in a row. But when you just watch the game, there's every play, every player needs to have purpose and detail. So here's one, a little bit of a weird broken play. Anaheim's surfing across. Anaheim's not even really, doesn't seem to be aware that they're trying to kill this as opposed to Middlestat getting a breakaway. A little bit of a risky thought. So because of that, the Bruins aren't able to get a clean puck up to Middlestat. The D closes here. At least that's what Casey reads right away. I'd still like to see him pick up speed, try to cut the hands off the defender like he's still ahead. Right, so I think that's just a lack of urgency. But okay, he does have two players coming in with space behind the wave. So the wave being the line of defenders here, right? The Bruins have occupied all this space. So while I don't like that he doesn't take it to the net, I don't hate the idea that he pulls up here. Now, this is the issue. He comes out of his posture quite a bit. Now notice here, very clean pull-up. But then there, his posture, he comes almost stands straight up. So now when he goes to make this pass, again, we would call this undefended, meaning from the stick position of the defender, right? There is no contact on his hands or his body. So really, this should be a play that you can make clean and flat. He actually sends a unnecessary little bit of a sauce and a flubby puck. So by the time Arvidsson goes to hit this, it's already wobbling. And he heals it, and then this puck's going to go like 4 feet wide, right? You can see the goaltender sticks his leg out. It's way outside of the net frame. So it doesn't even get on goal. Then Arvidsson sticks his stick into 61 skates, draws a tripping penalty. We can see here the ref puts his arm up, delayed penalty. So lack of detail across the board for Boston. So let's talk about the rest of detail. So again, 3-3 game. You're ahead of the play. You're still ahead of the check. This should be real urgent to cut off the hands of the defender and get a breakaway. But, okay, you don't think you can get there. Now you make the next best play, except we lose the detail here. So now the puck comes up on edge. Now, another detail that we'd like to talk about, and we're going to dive into later if you guys watched some of Celebrini's goals last night. There is no reason to have to take this massive windup. You can keep this puck, if you want to get a little bit more on it, meaning speed on the puck, you can keep this thing hovering at your heel, your ankle, like maybe your shin, but there is no need to take a massive windup. If you can't get enough juice on the puck from there, then your stick just does not fit properly. And clearly Arvidsson plays with an egregiously long stick, so he's shrinking his catch radius here dramatically. So that puck has to be set up on a tee, both distance from his foot and then distance east to west to clear out his hips. So this puck, partially on Middlestat. Again, it's on Middlestat for losing his posture and being what I would call lazy in that sense. Like you just have to be urgent and you have to be super detail oriented to not let yourself pop up. But I think he still delivers a very fair puck in here. And the longer your windup is, the less time you have for variability, meaning the less time you have to change your route option for your stick as that puck is coming to you. So he's not able to adjust his feet or his hands, and he ends up healing this thing and going 4 feet wide on a situation that could have been a game changer for the Bruins. One, if Middlestat gets a partial breakaway, and two, if Arvidsson gets a one-timer with time and space off of this rush play. So those lack of details, and a lot of that, again, comes from practice and understanding your own game, which is just clearly not an emphasis enough for these players today. That's just not a Boston-only thing. That's a lot of players, but Boston's notoriously at the bottom of the pack for those. So yeah, that's what's going to make for probably a long season for this Bruins team, is just consistent lack of details all over the ice. This is just one example of that.